Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and in high spirits. I'm sure you are taking good care of your studies. Today, let's hear a story. You might be thinking, what is the purpose of story in mathematics? But students, you will learn a lot from this story. This story has so many students who are doing different kinds of activities, and through those activities we will do addition, subtraction as well as multiplication and division. Let's start. Some students are going on a trip to Bhopal. I hope you all might have gone to different places on school trips. So these students were going to Bhopal. I hope you know Bhopal is the capital of Madhya Pradesh. When students were ready to go, their teacher Meenakshi ma'am and Rakesh sir were talking to each other. Meenakshi ma'am said they need 4 buses, but Rakesh sir feels that they need 5. Meenakshi ma'am says each bus has 50 seats. Rakesh sir says, let's stop this mathematics first. We should find out how many students are going with us. So they start counting. Class 1 has 33 students. Class 2 has 32 students. Class 3 has 42. Class 4 has 50. And Class 5 has 53 students. So students, tell me how many students in all are going? Okay, I'm giving you some time to calculate. You can take your notebooks and find out how many students are going on the trip. You can take your time. Okay, let me help you in this. See, class 1 had 33, class 2 had 32, class 3 had 42, class 4 had 50 and class 5 had 53 students. So let's add them. Now, in order to add these, first of all, we will add the digits at unit place. So we add 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 2 is 7 and plus 3 is 10. So we get 0 at the unit place and 1 we carry to the tens place. Now let's add the tens place. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 and 4 is 11. 11 and 5 is 16. And 16 and 5 is 21. So here we write 1 at the tens place and 2 at the hundreds place. So how many students do we get? 210. So students, now we get to know that 210 students are going on the picnic. I hope many of you might have got the same answer. Now, at this point, someone thought, if 4 buses come to the school, then how many students will be able to sit? Now see, one bus can seat 50 students. 2 buses can seat 50 more students, that is 100 students. 3 buses can seat 50 more students, that makes 150 students. And if we have 4 buses, then 4 buses can seat 50 more, that is 200 students. Now see, we can add this in another way. Here you can see 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. You can see that we are doing repeated addition, and in place of repeated addition we can also do multiplication. How? Let me tell you. 50 is added 4 times. Here you see. So what we can do? We can multiply 50 by 4. Let's do it. 50 multiplied by 4. 4 into 0 is 0. So here we write 0 at the unit place. And 4 5s are 20. So here we write 20. So we get 200. When we added, then also we got the same number, that is 200. So students, did you see it? Repeated addition can be replaced by multiplication. So students, we got 200 seats in 4 buses. But how many students were there? 210. Oh, this is a huge confusion. Students are 210, but seats are only 200. So how many students will be left? Yes, 10 students will be left. So let's see. We have got answers to few questions. First, in total, how many students are going? 210. If they get 4 buses, then how many students will be able to sit? 200. Will there be any student who won't be able to sit? Yes. How many students won't be able to sit? For that, we subtracted 200 from 210 and we got how many students? Just think how many students are left? Yes, 10 students are left. But then some students said, we will adjust with each other and sit. Then all of them formed queues and came outside. All of a sudden, ma'am said, stop. And then we see that ma'am and the bus driver were arguing. This argument started because the driver brought small buses instead of big buses. Ma'am said, "We had asked you to bring big buses." Driver said, "We didn't have enough big buses. That's why we have brought small buses." Now students, each small bus could seat 35 students. So, how many buses are required to accommodate all students? Let's find out. Now see, each small bus has 35 seats. If we add 35 to 35, we get 70. So that means 2 buses can seat 70 students. 3 buses can seat. We will add 35 to 70 and we will get 105. Similarly, 4 buses can seat 105 plus 35, that is 140, and 5 buses will seat 140 plus 35, that is 175 students, and 6 buses will seat, we add 35 more, so 175 plus 35 gives how many seats? Students, you find it out. 175 plus 35, how many seats do we get? Come on, just think. You can use your notebooks. Yes, we get 210 seats. And how many buses did we use? 6. How many students were there in all? 210. And 6 buses could seat 210 students. So that means each student will get a proper seat. So we needed 6 buses to accommodate 210 students if each bus had 35 seats. Now, students started on their trip. Somebody told that if they don't stop in between, they can reach Bhopal in 2 hours. But that's not practically possible because you have to stop at a few places on the way. Meenakshi ma'am told that if they start at 9 and don't stop on the way, so they will take 2 hours to reach Bhopal, and 9 plus 2, that makes 11. So most probably they will reach Bhopal by 11 a.m. Bhim sir told students that Bhopal is about 70 kilometers away, and Rakesh sir told them that maybe they stop at Bhimbetka, which is 50 kilometers away from here. Now students, if they go to Bhimbetka and stop, at what time will they reach Bhimbetka? Will it be before 10 a.m. or will it be between 10 and 11 or will it be at 11 a.m.? Now see, total distance is 70 kilometers and time is 2 hours. So that means they will reach Bhimbetka between 10 to 11. Why? Because Bhimbetka is about 50 kilometers from the school. So it will take more than 1 hour to reach Bhimbetka, and thus they will reach Bhimbetka between 10 to 11 a.m. Now, students proceeded on their trip. They were singing, they were dancing, some of them were looking outside the windows. I hope you also enjoy a lot when you go on trips with your friends. All of a sudden, one student yelled, "See, there is Narmada river." All students started looking outside. They were crossing a bridge across Narmada river. Now, the teacher asked them, "Can you guess what is the length of this bridge?" The student said, "If we get to know the width of the river, we can guess the length of the bridge." Some students said, "Maybe it's 50 meters long." Somebody said, "Maybe 100 meters or maybe more." Some students said, "Maybe it's more than half kilometers." Then Asha ma'am told them, "See, here it is written. This bridge is 756.82 meter long. So we can guess that Narmada river is about 500 meters wide." One student said, "I can't guess how long is 500 meter." Then Asha ma'am said, "Suppose our bus is 5 meter long, then how many buses can stand behind each other on this bridge?" Now students, see, the total length of the bridge is 500 meters, and if one bus is 5 meter long, how many buses can stand? For that, we will divide 500 by 5. Let's do it. 5 times 1 is 5. So we write 1 here and we write 5 below this 5. Subtract this 5 from 5. So we get 0. Now there is nothing else to copy from above other than these 2 zeros. So we put these 2 zeros after 1. We get 500 divided by 5 gives 100. So that means all buses stand behind each other. There can be 100 buses that can stand on this 500 meter wide bridge. Now the bus moves forward and in some time stops at a fuel station. Students, Each bus takes 15 minutes to fill diesel, and they had to fill diesel in 2 buses. So, can you guess for how much time did they stop there? Now see, one bus takes 15 minutes and 2 buses will take, we will multiply 15 by 2. 2 5s are 10. So we write 0 at the unit place and carry 1. And 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So here we see time is taken 30 minutes. So that means it will take 30 minutes for them to fill fuel in 2 buses. And thus they will get late by how much time? 30 minutes. The students watch carefully the price mentioned at the fuel station. They see 100-liter diesel is filled in the bus and it takes 3,500 rupees. So what will be the cost of 1 liter diesel? Now for this, we will divide total money, that is 3,500, by the amount of diesel, that is 100. So first of all, we write 100 times 3, that is 300. We write 300 below 350 and subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0 and 5 minus 0 is 5. And we copy this 0 from above. So we get 500. Now 100 times 5 is 500. We write 500 below this 500 and subtract. So 500 minus 500 is 0. Thus, dividing 3,500 by 100, we get 35. That means the cost of 1 liter diesel is 35 rupees. Well, I guess the students had gone to the trip in very old times, because these days the cost of 1 liter diesel is quite high. It's around rupees 70. Now, students, happily. So students, we see that the students started on a picnic from their school and had gone through various new experiences on the way. I hope you also enjoyed their journey along. Thank you.